women have got to be careful, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you never know who you're sleeping with because everybody have a mask on. And then you find out their true colors most of the time when it's too late. But just for ladies, you have got to be careful and not sit here and just be going all out on some dudes that you don't even know and giving all this stuff to men who have not even earned it because you might get a case of stalking. And that's just from a male point of view. I know me and Miss T was real lighthearted with it, with the dude that was messing with her, but obviously it was something else going on, and she wanted to do things and try to get a ring, and there was a whole bunch of stuff going on with Miss T. But the fact is, she had a dude stalking her. He went to her mama's house, called her from her mama's house. That right there, that right there is red flag city. That is dangerous, you know. So I'm glad the situation worked out for her where nothing serious happened. But in a lot of cases, sweetheart, even though me and Miss T was lighthearted, in a lot of cases, it ends very, very badly.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, when you were saying that you've taken yourself away from this person, like I said at the top of the show, what about when you go so far as to, all right, let's have a conversation about this. This isn't working, and this is why it's not working, and this is why I feel this relationship should end, so they could end on a mutual standpoint. Speaking as a man, does that work all the time?
Well, no, it doesn't. Because I mean, matter of fact, you know, when I met a certain queen that's, you know, on the air with me right now, you know, when I met you, I was in the midst, and I've told plenty of people that, you know, I was in the midst of having 30, you know, I'll say 30 girlfriends at the same time, or 30 women that I was seeing simultaneously that I was
okay, because they weren't girlfriends that you were sleeping with. Yes, keep going.
Okay, they weren't girlfriends, baby. They're just chicks I was sleeping with because, you know, I was just out there. And when
I was not one of the 30. Every time you tell the story, the first thing that comes out of people's mouths are, were you one of the 30? No, I was 31.
The queen was not one of the 30. She was the woman that destroyed the 30. Okay, once I got with Toby, I broke up with everybody. And some of the breakups were easy and simple. They're like, okay, YG, I'm so happy that you found your soulmate, and, you know, good luck to you, and God bless you. And there were some that were like, to hell with you, YG, you know, you ain't all that anyway, and I was just being with you because I was lonely and I ain't have nothing else to do. Okay, that's fine. And then there were the Tammys, okay, and I had one particular Tammy, and she was the worst one. I got stalked by at least 4, but I'm gonna call this chick Tammy because she was the main and the worst one. I had a conversation with her, and I said, look, I found somebody I'm in love with, referring to Toby, and I said, look, we've had a great time, and I think we need to let this go. You know, I appreciate you coming through and all that, and, you know, and I hope you got some out of this. You know, I did. I'm gonna take this experience that I had with you, and it's all good. But, you know, I'm gonna be with her. Why you gotta be with her? Well, I'm in love with her. Why you just can't be in love with me? Because I'm not. You know, but I'm trying to, you know, communicate and talk to you. I'm not just trying to, you know, kick you to the curb. Well, that's exactly what you're doing. Wait a minute, hold on. No, I'm not. You know, I'm talking to you. I'm using a real light voice. I'm very concerned about your fit. No, if you were concerned about my feelings, YG, you would not be doing this to me. Who is this bitch? Well, excuse me now. Hold on now. Don't be calling her no names now. This is a woman I'm in love with, and I'm not gonna have you disrespecting her, especially in my house. You can go on and kick it with that. You gonna get out my house. Well, you know something. I'll be seeing you around, YG. Well, Nyghtstorm Nation, I'll tell you this. She was right when she said she'll be seeing me around because I saw her around a whole lot. This chick was stalking me. Everywhere I went, to the places that I worked, even when I was hanging out with my homeboys, going to, you know, some clubs or whatever, you know, and I was a bouncer at several nightclubs at the time. She showed up at my job, She'll be like, so where's she at? I'm like, you need to go. I had to call the police on her one time, and then everything died down. And one day I decided to go to a particular mall to buy some things for my children because I love my kids so much. And I was in the parking lot parking my Cadillac. My Fleetwood, 83 Fleetwood Brougham Cadillac on white walls with some Daytons. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I was gangster pimping. Gangster pimping. Had it clean. It was clean. Had the hydraulics on the back. Had the booty up in the air and the nose touching the street. It was clean, y'all. So I lock up my Cadillac, and the next thing I hear is, YG, where that bitch at? And I said, what? I turned around, and this chick had a gun. She had a 9mm and started firing rounds at me. I'm like, oh, my God. I jumped down under my car, and she was shooting, windows busting out of Volkswagens, windows busting out of Peugeots, windows busting out of Datsuns. I'm crawling on the floor like I'm in boot camp. Climb on the ground, on the street. Get my elbows cut up and everything on the asphalt. I ain't trying to get away from this chick. I rolled under a Jeep, Mission Impossible style. Rolled under, bam, bam, bam. I mean, she must have had at least 15 in each clip, just letting them off. People in the parking lot running for their life, screaming, oh, my God. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? You left me for her. I said, wait a minute, hold on, because she stopped and she paused, and I was screaming under a car, which really wasn't the right thing to do because I was giving away my position. But I was like, I didn't leave you. I said, look, I had 29 other chicks that I was with while I was with you. I had chicks that I was sleeping with before you got to my house. I had chicks I was sleeping with after you left my house. Sometimes I do 4 chicks in a day. You were just part of the numbers. I don't know why you feel you so special. I didn't leave you. I left a lifestyle that was destroying me. I left a lifestyle that was sucking the life out of me. I left a lifestyle that was keeping me from being a good father to my children. I left that lifestyle. I didn't leave you. I left that lifestyle. I don't give a damn. And next thing I know, she was around because she was listening to me talking. Like I said, I gave my position away. And she started popping off again. And I'm like, oh, my God. And I'm crawling and crawling and crawling. And I finally get to the end of the parking lot. She don't know where I am. She's searching around. And as soon as she started reloading that other clip, it started jamming. And she was trying to force that clip in. That's when I took off into the mall and ran in. And they said, we are calling the police. The police are on the way. Is she after you? I said, yes. They said, get the hell out of our store. And I'm like, I'm not leaving this store. So anyway, she was just gone. And when she was arrested and everything had calmed down, I had came on out there. She had the handcuffs on, and she was like, if I had 5 more clips, I'd empty them in you. You make me sick. You had me fall in love with you, and you left me. You abandoned me. You a dog. And only thing I could say is I looked at all of the damage to all these cars. At least 20 or 30 cars was damaged. It was glass all over the place. People were upset. Children were scared. Women was like, what the hell did you do to her? I'm like, what you mean what I do to her? Look at what she just did to everything else. It's the reason why I had to leave her alone, because I fell in love. I committed the cardinal sin of the player handbook. I fell in love with the right woman at the right time, and I decided to do the right thing. And I'm being punished by a psycho who just tried to kill me. That's what I did to her. And she got arrested, and she went to jail. And I haven't really heard from her since. But Nyghtstorm Nation, when I tell you that it can end very badly, what if the gun did not jam, and I didn't have that chance to run into the mall, into that store? What if she was a better shot? Because she couldn't shoot worth nothing. Okay, she was shooting with emotion, and she was just firing them off. What if she was a better shot? What if she calmed her emotion down, decided, I'm going to kill this man? I would not be here right now. I would not have married Toby. I would not be the father that I always prayed that I would be. I would not be the husband that I prayed that I would be. I would not be the man that I prayed that I can be. I would be dead because I pissed off the wrong person. And this stuff is very, very, very serious. And I thank God every day that I survived that situation. And the only thing it taught me, sweetheart, you want to know what it taught me?
What did it teach you, YG?
That you are so worth being shot at by a crazy woman.
Oh, my goodness.
You worth it, baby. I love you.
Even though I done heard this story over and over again, I am sitting here just enthralled in the story like I'm just hearing it for the first time, and then here we go. Oh, my goodness. And, you know, another thing I was sitting here thinking was, it's a good thing she called your name, you know, first, because it's a lot of people. You know, every time we're sitting here, we're watching these action flicks or whatever, and the folks always want to yell, they want to call the person's name or whatever. And I'm sitting here like, why are we doing all this? You can do all this after the person's shot, you know, if you really want to get them. So It's like, I've never understood that, but it also, that's another element that saved you in all of this, the fact that she go, YG, you know, like off of Last Dragon, Leroy. Yeah. Yeah. Got something for ya. Yeah.
So no.
You know.